Hi, this is Jocelyn from Grandbaby Cakes, and today I'm going to show you my super easy, perfect chocolate cupcakes. You won't believe how simple it is to throw all of these ingredients together into the perfect chocolate cupcake. So to get started, I just need a few ingredients that all go into this one bowl. So I've got 1 egg, and it's going to go straight into one bowl. And then I've got a few more wet ingredients. I have some buttermilk here. Also, I have some oil. Because this is a 1 bowl recipe, you don't need a mixer. Usually you would use butter, but here we're gonna use oil. And then finally, I'm gonna add in some pure vanilla extract, which is great for flavor. So I'm just gonna give that a quick whisk. Next, I'm gonna start adding in my dry ingredients. I have some all-purpose flour, and then I have 2 different sugars. I have granulated sugar, and then some brown sugar. And I really love the moistness and also the molasses flavor of the brown sugar. It really adds something to these cupcakes. Next, I'm gonna add in some baking soda. This is gonna give them a nice rise. And then I've got some cocoa powder because these are chocolate cupcakes. And then finally, a little bit of salt, because you always wanna add a little salt to whatever you're baking. Really helps to bring out all the flavors. And then start to whisk all of that together. And this mixture will seem a bit thick at first, but don't worry because we have 1 more major ingredient. Finally, you want to add in some hot water. And this really helps to bring everything together. And then at the end, once everything is mixed together, you should have a nice loose batter. It's going to seem like it's thin, but don't worry about it, it's going to bake up perfectly. So next, here I'm going to add the batter to my muffin pan. So I started with lining the muffin pan with my perfect liners. You can choose whatever colors you want. And to make sure that everything is even or as close to even as possible, I like to use an ice cream scoop. Even though this is a very thin batter, it still helps to make sure that everything is kind of even. So I just scoop in, and we're gonna fill about maybe 1/2 to 3/4 of the way up into each cupcake liner. So once you have all of your muffin tins filled up, it's time to bake these off. You need to bake them at 350 for about maybe 14 to 17 minutes, depending on your oven. And then we're gonna test them and they come out perfect. So our cupcakes are out of the oven now and they look amazing. When you're done with the cupcakes and you feel like they're ready, the best way to do this is just to make sure you test with a toothpick. So I just like to stick it right in the center, and if nothing comes out or just a little bit comes out, they're probably ready and you can just remove them because you don't want to overbake them. They're so moist and delicious. So I've got like an easy buttercream recipe, and I've used this before. If you want to check out the other inspo video, you can check out exactly how I make this and also how I pipe my cupcakes. But you can use any frosting that you like. I mean, this is really up to you. The sky is the limit. So I'll just add a little bit of buttercream to each of these, and I've let them come all the way to room temperature. That's really key before you start piping anything. You don't want to have any buttercream melting all over your cupcakes. That wouldn't be great. So they come out perfect. I mean, you can really add some sprinkles if you want, you know, really jazz them up. It's totally up to you. And then that's it. I mean, can you believe how simple these cupcakes were to come together? They are absolutely delicious. They will impress all of your friends. And you won't believe how much time you spent in the kitchen, just a few minutes to throw this all together. So if you want the full recipe, make sure you go to grandbabycakes.com.